If you find yourself surrounded by green grass, you're in Elysium. Do not fear. But if you find yourself 90 miles from LA and 35 from San Diego, you'll be in Oceanside, California, at this brand new Frontwave arena, bringing world-class sports entertainment to North County, San Diego. And I'll tell you what, that's true right now, as the Dallas Dream in the AVP League come in and take the sand. Kylie, Deberg, Hailey, Harward, and also Andy Benish and Miles Partain. Yes, they were not closely following their teammates. But the beautiful Dallas Dream unis, a little green and blue, taking the sand here for our third match as we get set to see the Brooklyn Blaze once again. Terese Cannon, Kraft, more young talent joining the AVP League out of collegiate play, along with Cody Caldwell and Sean Cook. Caldwell certainly with Olympic dreams. We're going to see them in a minute. We're going to start with the women's side. The Dallas Dream at 5-3, very much in contention to stay in top 4 and become a part of that championship weekend in just 3 weeks' time. Welcome inside, everybody. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympian Casey Patterson. And Casey, all right, a couple of young teams here that have really struggled in league play. What do they need to take from a match like this that will maybe carry them forward to some more success as they finish out league play and next year?
Yeah, both these teams need to just believe. I believe in them. They both have all the tools. You've got both teams that can transition at a high level. They can side out at a really high clip. They have really good block and defense. It's like everything's there. They just need to believe.
All right, will they believe? Will they tear the sign in half and put it back together above the doorway? We'll see. Let's send it down to our Ted Lasso, Mark Sherman.
Let's do it, yeah. First up, the visiting team, the Dallas Dream. Wearing the number 1, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, the defender out of USC, it's Hailey Harward. And her partner wearing the number 2, the 6'4" blocker out of LSU, it's Kylie Deberg. And now, the home team, the Brooklyn Blaze. Wearing the number 1, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall out of the University of Southern California, it's Terese Cannon. And wearing the number 2, standing 6 feet tall, also out of USC, Kraft.
The final weekend of play for the Brooklyn Blaze. Coming in at 2-4, Cannon and Kraft have Deberg and Harward at 1-3. Strangely, the one victory for Deberg and Harward comes over Alex Kleiman and April Ross. Best of 3 sets, all to 15, win by 2. You get 1 timeout, and you better get on it quick here. Get off to a good start. Kraft gets us underway for the USC pair. A lot of Trojan pride on display right now as Hailey Harward gets the side out. Long Beach and USC in her past.
Great serve by Megan. Last match they played, I think they played Melissa and Brandy that I remember watching, and they served so well.
Deberg with the touch. Tough turn there. Cannon.
Okay.
Little explosion.
Wow.
Early.
Just pulling it down 10-foot line. That's a great approach transition.
That's about half the gunpowder.
Yeah, right. Here's a little taste. Bang.
Terese Cannon out of Pittsford, New York. Went to Georgetown first indoors before going to USC and back outdoors. Just turned 29 at the start of the month. She serves and now blocks. Cannot get enough of that one.
Wow. Like that. Taking it back to the old indoor days, huh? A little push and wipe. The Riley Salmon, Bob Stavertlick.
Toolkit guys.
Yeah. I loved watching those guys play.
Riley Salmon, the most annoying human being ever when you're playing against him. Look at that back line from Kylie Deberg. Her service
So good.
can be a big weapon.
Yes. So much like when you're watching Alex serve, where the ball never goes up first. It's just down, and you feel like you're being attacked from like a back row attack indoors. You just feel like you're getting hammered at. And so she moves it around well. She's got the height.
Nice dig there from her partner. She pops it up mid-court. Right side, Cannon. Down the line, winner.
She's feeling it in transition.
Yeah.
Getting a good call from Megan and took a long peek right before. Right here, she takes a big long look, feels it out. I love that speed she's using too. I always had really good matches when I started with that 3/4 speed with some verticality to it. And it made those blockers feel almost hopeless in a sense.
Another tough serve from Kraft, youngest player on the sand at 22. She can't get to that one. The San Diego native has a whole bunch of people in the stands undoubtedly. 2024 AVCA National Player of the Year and Pac-12 Player of the Year in 2 seasons, 23 and 24. Megan Kraft, now 6 feet tall, and she's definitely part of the USA Volleyball beach future.
Oh, for sure. Both these teams, I feel like, big future in the international game.
That ball's tight. Nice read by Harward.
Oh my gosh, what a
her
sweep.
partner puts it away. When I watch Deberg do things like that, I also go back to the same comparison, Alex Kleinman.
Yeah, right? There's not a lot of extra effort. It's just a turn and be really long and tall and use your height, which is so hard to read and play against when you're on the other side of the net.
Kraft will pass and go behind. Nice back set. A lot of room for her. Cannon and Kraft come in at 2 and 4. Wins over Taryn Cloth and Kristen Nuss. And that was 2-0. They were beating the Austin Aces a couple of weeks ago. And just last week, they beat Kelly Chang and Sarah Hughes. I mean,
That's
they're
right.
displaying that kind of powerful possibility. Also in 2 sets, very similar, 15-12, 15-9.
They served really well. Megan transitioned really well during that match.
Like
Similar
this,
to
you
right
mean?
here.
Oh, no, Deberg. Is that Theo Brunner out there?
Yeah, Theo, what's going on? I mean, not only is it hard to play against her as a defensive team, but even there, like, if she's blocking, you don't have a lot of information to read because she can wait so long and then her arms are just over, right? And so she has such a big advantage late.
6'4" already with 1 ace here, skips that one off the tape. Working on Kraft. Did not get enough of it there. Kraft putting the ball through.
Yeah, that's what Megan was getting in a really good run last weekend with her offense. She just can be so versatile, high. She can get that high, deep middle seam and then pull it sharp cross. I feel like the more and more they get comfortable and confident, that's something that will really become their identity.
Both Cannon and Kraft, part of their identity are their twins. They're both twins. Cannon has a twin sister, Marin, while Kraft has a twin brother, Brian. How about that?
No way, that's so cool.
Yeah, the twins emoji often used in group chats, for sure.
For sure. That's incredible.
7-4 here in the first set. Remember, we're playing to 15, so we're at basically the halfway mark here.
Great set.
Down the line, winner Dream up 8-4. Heading to the side change here. Let's check in with third member of our crew, Richie Lamborn.
Got a friend of Kevin Barnett's here, the owner, CEO of Hyper Ice and now Normatec, right? The recovery guru himself, Anthony Katz.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate the intro.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about how this new format is really conducive to kind of player health and longevity, which is kind of the arena you're in.
No, I mean, I think that like asking a player, especially when the players get a little bit older, to play 4 or 5 matches in 2 days, you know, it's putting a lot on the body. And I think for player longevity, I think this format probably lends itself to, you know, seeing players probably extend their career a little bit.
Yeah, Phil Dahlhauser's kind of made mention of something along those lines. You guys have a lot of products coming out, collabs with Nike. You said you got 3 new products coming out. You want to leak those here, or you want to save those for a later press release?
Well, I would say that, look, I was heavily influenced by Apple growing up, and just like the iPhone 14 comes out, then the 15, the 16, we kind of view it the same way every 2 years. So new iterations of new products, our new collabs with Nike will come out next spring. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it never ends. I always think that, like, once we get here, it'll probably slow down, and it just kind of always seems to pick up. So really really exciting times ahead.
All right, well, we're all eternally grateful for what you do and kind of helping us keep our bodies healthy as athletes, former and current, and all that stuff. So thank you very much for coming out and supporting.
It's awesome to be here. I really appreciate you guys having me.
It's been great to see where your company's gone from just a little seedling to now the monster that it is.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Anthony.
Anthony Katz, longtime supporter of a whole bunch of athletes when it comes to that recovery wear.
Yeah, he's rad. I remember seeing him all the time at the beach. He'd be at ASC and we'd be practicing or lifting with Timmy Pillow and there in the USA weightlifting, area. And he has provided me with so many things that help me feel better.
And I'll tell you what, no one's getting paid here by Hyper Ice.
Right.
I use all the gear because I love it.
Same.
You use all the gear because you love it. Absolutely. And honestly, if you get off a long plane flight, put yourself in Norman Tech boots. It's just a pleasure.
My gosh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Then your wife steals them and uses them every night and you never get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her cut shot still stinks.
I love it.
Right side, Hayward.
Oh, scoop.
Harward takes off the hat. Can she get it? No, it's really short.
How do you hit that pokey where you do like a vacuum, a retracto pokey? She pulled it back but made it go forward.
It's the
that was
go-go
incredible.
gadget pokey.
Yeah, that was gnarly. It's almost like get under it and redirect. Wow. Great feet. That's something that you don't see too much. People usually sell out too early, try to jump and make something out of it. She took an extra step, got closer.
Well, Kraft was the blocker, now the defender, showing her chops in there. Cannon.
There it is.
Serving up the ace, the Blaze. Catching a little fire here, a spark.
They were just lighting up the court with their float serves. Really good trajectory, using all different sides of the court, down the middle, the seams. When they catch fire in their serve, they're dangerous.
Cannon, one previous win with Sarah Sponsel in 2022, one Hermosa Beach. Poke deep, just out of the reach of a charging Kraft.
It's such a hard ball to run down after you've taken that little bit of like a forward step, because you see a line over and you take a forward step and then you're chasing it. That's when Danny Camacho would yell and hitch the trailer at you.
Oh,
nice try,
Camacho,
Turtle.
while he was smoking a cigarette. Didn't he have the weird tribal tattoos too?
Yep.
Like stripes. Yeah, some weird stuff going on there. One of the all-time weirdo names if you're following Southern California volleyball closely.
Epic skyball.
Yeah. Not as good as Mango's skyball, bottom line.
That's true. The floater skyball is the hardest one to pass.
Best skyball on the beach, Mango. If you know, you know. 9-7. Cut shot is good. Harward.
She is smooth.
Hailey Harward, one of the more physical players you'll see. Reminds me of a certain Canadian.
Yeah. Right. We're talking which one? There's so many physical Canadians.
Well, I'm having a little fuzziness going on.
The women's side,
Talk myself
Brandy.
into a corner. No, Olympian.
Oh.
Played with Sarah.
Oh yeah. Come on.
This is like trivia time. Line. You know, if Rich Lamborn was here, he would already have said it.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, someone at home is screaming at their television.
Rich is yelling
their
at
phone.
Rich is yelling at his mic down there.
Heather Bansley is the answer.
Bansley.
It came to me.
Heather. Oh, how did we forget?
Same physique, and Heather Bansley incredibly successful.
Really good defender. Moved so well in the sand. Super explosive. Yeah, she was smooth.
11-8, Dallas Dream. Boy, their men have really carried some water. They are undefeated. Women trying to add to the effort here to get into the championship weekend. That will do on 2.
Love that. That's a lot of space in between the deep serve on that seam and then her attacking that. Great footwork and vision.
Kraft to Harward. Knuckle over Kraft, sprinting under. And ripping it away.
What a scoop.
Back to within 1. Remember, play to 15. We are already at that end of set push.
I love how patient Megan was back there. Waiting for that pokey. Didn't go early. Walked into it and then real physical side out in transition.
Looking for the tie. Ball is touched. Dream collect the points.
Man, she held that. She did the old double pump. Dropped that elbow again, reloaded. Such a good wrap.
We're going to have a little discussion here.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Sorry.
You just
Oh, it's the worst.
Well, that was slightly less aggressive.
Oh. That looked like a lot of pinky.
That looked like a touch, didn't it? Slightly less aggressive with Keith Merlis than Alex Kleiman was.
Yeah.
Bad pass off of that. Too tight on the set.
Oh.
It terminated anyway, but there's a net, and it is against Cannon. No argument this time.
It's the old follow through.
13-10. Dream.
I like the aggressive set, though. I mean, just keep it high and flat. Oh.
Option given, not taken. Harward in the pocket. Turn and terminate.
It's so hard to stop that. She turns, just has to tap jump and unload.
The other Dream getting ready. Andy Benesh has not begun his protocol. Miles Partain doing a little band work. Set point, Dallas Dream. Cannon will go to the right and keep it right down the line. Second set point for the Dream.
I love that movement, even though it's just a little subtle. It's almost like she purposefully passed it over into that third of the court just to stay long and tall and just go high corner. It's a tough one as a blocker to go commit to, right? That small side of the court.
Cannon down the middle, causing trouble, and it will be an ace. They're within two.
Well, that ball didn't sit at all. That almost trampoline down.
Crowd getting into it. Mark Sherman, DJ Roche combining on this lovely Saturday night here at Frontwave Arena. What a perfect size place. Home of an indoor soccer club founded in 1968, the Sockers, and the LA Clippers G League team. That ball dug up, but nobody home, and that'll do it. Not the most exciting finish, but the 15-12, a solid win.
Such a good play by Terese. All right, they're turning around. I feel like they're going to really go for their serve here. Be willing to miss for the benefit of getting some aces and some momentum.
All right, the Blaze still looking for a little spark. The Dream off to a good start here. They're looking to close it in straight sets. Set two in the offing. The AVP League is brought to you by Wilson, the official ball of the AVP.
How about a little magic, huh?
Fans out enjoying some dodgeball.
Some guys are just launching.
Oh, no mercy, man.
Oh.
No mercy. I almost got kicked out of 7th grade for playing dodgeball that way.
It's funny, my first time meeting my wife's family, they played dodgeball, huge game, and I tagged some of the little nephews right in the face, so I wasn't the favorite right away.
You're Greg Fokker? You're the Greg Fokker of your clan?
I was. It was so awkward, and I had to bide my time until the next, future in-law, and he nailed a bunch of kids, and then everyone hated him, so I just had to wait my turn. And then everyone loved me.
Casey Patterson, wife Lexi, married under a hopa. Yeah, come on out and join us. You'll have a good time. You might even throw your right arm out.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he's got to stay in the court, right?
Oh, over the top. I like that move.
You see that, lady? See that vertical? I love it.
Oh, he got him.
I'm more worried about the people on the end line.
Tagged him in the right hand. He's got to stay in the court, he said. That is Pound Town out there. You can tell by the hammers. I wonder if they, on the daily, carry those inflatable hammers.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a car full of them, and in case yours pops, you just blow up another one.
A car full of inflatable hammers, and I'm ready to party.
Let's go.
All right, the Dream partying with a 647 hitting percentage. 60% of the time works every time. We know that because we're near San Diego.
Yes.
What does San Diego mean again? Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, so many references we could use. Yeah, what a hitting percentage, huh? We've almost doubled.
Yeah, you're not going to hit over 60% and lose.
Yeah.
99.9% of volleyball matches.
I think we just had a couple more options in transition. Hailey real smooth back there, scooping.
So you're predicting a whole bunch more service pressure coming from the Blaze. What else could you point to or you would give them if you're sitting in the box with them right now?
Yeah, I would just basically tell a story to give them some confidence. I would tell them that they belong here and they belong winning. Serve aggressive, and we're not worried about making errors. We're just going to go for it no matter what and own the fact that we miss or make. And we're just going to work harder like that. Like I want us to be the hardest working team, and then good things happen. Then I'm not worried about all these specifics or strategies. I'm just going out focused on working hard and being positive.
On the vibes and on the fields, Olympian Casey Patterson. Rich Lamborn on the sideline. I'm Kevin Barnett. Thanks for being with us here. Our coverage of AVP League Week 6. We're in match number 3 and the first of 2 between the Brooklyn Blaze and the Dallas Dream. This is on the women's side here. Terese Cannon, Meg Kraft facing off with Hailey Harward, who's back to serve, and her partner Kylie Deberg. A lot of young talent on display. No one above 27. I take it back. Cannon's 29. Collects the kill there.
I didn't like that set. The traditionalists don't like that. If it spins more than half a panel, nobody's happy.
Yeah, well, they should go out and yell at the clouds. Short serve. There it is. There's some pressure. Scoop to Cannon. High dig in the air.
Drive-by.
One more time. Yes.
Oh, that's tough.
A little DMZ activity there for Kylie Deberg.
Yeah, that's where I got to have like an audible defense where I just either pick a side as a blocker and a defender so I don't have to talk about it. I just know if they scoop another one that this is our job.
Deberg making some plays that make you feel good about her future as the Blaze are getting ready. No, that is not Sean Cook in the foreground, just so you know. He is not going to wear sneakers, even though we've seen that this year on the sand. Taylor Crabb, famously in Chicago, played the entire tournament in a pair of shoes.
Yeah, everyone's talking about that. What is happening?
Cannon, nice dig. Should have a good opportunity here. She does.
What a scoop.
Yeah, it's dug up.
Nice set.
Harward covers herself from her seat.
Oh!
At the net, middle.
Oh my gosh, stop it. Do it.
Again!
Stop it.
No.
That was incredible. Almost like it was scripted. Those ones always feel like, wait, did they plan that? There's no way that they did that on accident.
This is not the NFL. It is not scripted.
Although that ball might be flat, deflated, just a little.
And he might be horrible at the job.
Oh, what a turn.
Back to live action here. Deberg just putting some heat on it.
How do you time that? She goes up, then she she looks at you, then the arm comes just super long arm, and it's heavy. She's got a heavy hand.
Angle attack from Terese Cannon.
Love that approach. She passes and she just gets away from Megan. Creates a big window for Megan to feel comfortable, just lay it up. And then she's got everything in front of her. I call it the movie screen. You never sit in the front row. I always go middle, halfway up in the middle, just like your approach should be.
Tough short serve. Slapped out and put away by Deberg.
The land and hammer.
Look.
Land and float.
Deberg using all of her 6'4" frame, now 25 years old, went to Illinois and Missouri before ending up at LSU on the beach side where she had so much success. Comes from a small town, Hudson, Iowa. Population, Casey, put a stab in there.
2,500.
Yes, 2,546. Casey, we're going to send you shopping in the dining room.
Do I win the jar of jelly beans?
Old school Wheel of Fortune style.
Yeah, yes. Or I guess on the appliance costs.
Yeah, we're just going to send you into the room. You can have this $1,100 ceramic Dalmatian. I'll take that, Pat. Thank you. 5-5, second set. Harward gives the option. Taken again. Dig takes it away. Kraft sets herself. A lot of practice time down on Figueroa spent by those three women.
Hailey is so smooth in transition when she's playing defense. It's like she's just sliding around. She's so balanced and compact. I mean, that's a good turn by Megan, right? Inside out. Hailey just walks into it. That's something special about Hailey's offense, too, is her arm swing is so pure that she can use the ball in any different
And she's an ace here. Got a master's degree in entrepreneurship and innovation at USC after her time at Long Beach State. Originally out of Phoenix, they're the defender. She and Tina Gradina, 2022 AVCA Pair of the Year, went 34-1.
That's crazy.
She also played indoor 4 years at Long Beach State. In addition to her beach national championships. What a world it is for a female volleyball player these days.
It's incredible.
Get 2 degrees, play 6 years, indoor then outdoor, come out having not paid a penny.
The opposite of my experience.
Looking for the side change here. One team at 8. Who will it be? Got to play the close ones. Cannon trying to put it away. Inside out for Cannon. We're tied at 7.
Little slimy line.
We're back to Riley Salmon again.
Yeah.
Slimy
Exactly.
shots.
Get the blocker to lean with you and then just slime it down his elbow.
Riley Salmon, gold medalist alongside our own Rich Lamborn in 2008 in the Beijing Olympics. U.S. men going on an incredible run to defeat Serbia and Russia, followed by Brazil. Cut shot, Kraft, over. Good.
Hailey was there too.
A little run here for the Blaze. They go to 8-7, and let's check in with that gold medalist, Rich Lamborn.
All right, I'm down here with a couple of beautiful ladies, fans of the, well, who do we have here?
Emily Mattoon. Debbie.
Okay, Debbie, Emily, nice to meet you. Thank you for coming out, and thank you for cocktailing and enjoying the show. What have your impressions been so far of this new format of the game?
Well, I just recently moved to San Diego, so I got to see them play at San Diego State, and then getting to see them play in Oceanside. I think it's a lot of fun, and I like the quick sets to 15. I think it's fun. It keeps the fans entertained, and it's great.
Mom, what's the proper number of beers to enjoy a league stop?
Oh, my goodness. She'd probably be more qualified to answer that than I would be.
You're the mixed drinks?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, as long as we're having a good time, ladies, thanks for coming out, and thank you for being at multiple stops.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it.
A little duck and cover from Mom there. Rich, you're supposed to buy a round and bring it out. (9-8). The Blaze on a little bit of a tear here, looking to stay in this one and force it to 3. Doing a lot of work with service, as you predicted, Case.
Yeah, I feel like they create so much opportunity there. They have such high flat floaters that are hard to read that it's really good by them to ramp it up.
Cannon ramps that one up from about 7 feet off the net.
She's getting really good at hitting those from a not always perfectly optimal position with either her footwork or where the ball is. She's getting so comfortable wrapping from farther and farther away.
Cannon put the ball away to win national championship in 2017 over Pepperdine. She'll need to put away a few more here if they're going to stay in this match. There, she got a touch that has to go over. Long run, a lot of sprinting, but it's out. Those are the little plays I've noticed from both sides throughout league play. The little plays that keep you in rallies, keep you in sets, keep you in matches.
Yeah, I think it's harder when you're in an arena like this too, where you're normally practicing with wind. You've got things like a frame of reference. Here, you kind of feel like you look up and you're in space sometimes, and you're like, duh, where am I? You know, and so your evaluation of where you are on the court is a little bit different.
Knuckles over the top and down, 11-9. Yeah, fans, you're coming out to join us. Hey, pick a side, make a sign. We'll get you on TV.
Bring some hammers.
Bring some hammers.
A lot of them.
I brought some hammers. A little heavier than the one we have in the booth here, the inflatable.
I like that though. I like that they're like missing that serve's okay. Go for it. Look at this guy. Who's got April? Who's got Hailey?
One of the Duck Dynasty guys apparently has come out to the matches. There's a look at the signs.
Hailey. I love it.
Good to see everybody cheering. Dream big indeed.
So good. Some of my favorite photos are my kids and like little cousins holding up fat heads of me. I love it. It's so funny.
Blaze +2.
Oh, so effortless. Just so effortless. You almost have to change the way you block against her. You've got to wait a little longer and then be fast with your hands, because you've got to get to that point where she's contacting the ball to affect the game at all.
Trying to hold on to that ad and doing so successfully there. They can side their way out of this set and keep themselves in the match if they can hang on to it. Kraft, Cannon.
I love this. She gets a little under it, but that's okay. Reload the arm, follow through, and then the fives all the way back to the end line. I love it. 1, 2, 17, 18.
13-11. Short service. Not an ace yet. Kraft trying to put a little pressure on, and she does. Looks like we're going to head to a third set. It'll be set point for Cannon and Kraft.
What a rundown by Hailey. She's so efficient in the sand. And then Megan just going for it, just all in on that on two from that far off over her shoulder. You could tell she was relieved, but also confident.
The Dallas Dream call their one-team timeout here at 14-11. Interesting strategy to call a timeout right now. I guess you feel like you could run 3, side out +2 to get back in it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, is there any sort of, use it just because you have it maybe, and then if there's any sort of time disruptor where it can kind of maybe create some momentum for the next set, maybe we use that and get a look that we were looking for and build for the third set. Or side out and a couple trickle aces and you win.
Well, there was dodgeball earlier. Now there's a hammer fight that's broken out. You never know what's going to happen.
Whack-a-mole, just real life whack-a-mole.
Our earlier matches featuring the Miami Mayhem and the LA Launch. We had a stunning 2-set victory by Flint and Scholes. Not that they would win, but the fashion that they did. 15-13, a tightly contested all the way to the end first set against Ross and Kleiman. And then a 15-8 domination featuring a 7-0 run in that one. Then the Mayhem got a little revenge. They dropped the first set, did the men's side, Trevor and Theo to Tim and Troy. That would be Tim Baumgren and Troy Field of the LA Launch, 15-13. And as per the LA Launch's plan, they win the first set, they lose the next 2, 15-12 and 15-11. Trevor Crabb, Theo Brunner, and the Miami Mayhem go 1-1 on a Saturday.
I just got to go tell them, throw the first one, guys. You got to throw the first one, and then you win.
Well, there's a good side out of the timeout. They are within 2. It will be another set point opportunity.
You never know here. This is where I'm making something up in my head. All right, this is where the magic happens.
Deep roll. Kraft, right side. That's it. Identical scores.
That's awesome.
One each direction.
A lot of inside outs this game. A lot of lean against the flow. Be interesting to see how everyone reacts to those types of offense. We had it from both sides.
Well, they react at the end of the set with a good chest bump. And we'll head off to the third set to 15. Win by 2 for all the bragging rights. And the victory next.
Yeah, baby, that is right. It is time. Ladies and gentlemen, I could not be happier to be right here, right now. We're in Austin, Dallas, Texas. For San Diego. Get involved and have a reaction out here.
So for the 7th time, we will go 3 sets on the women's side here in AVP League play. Kevin Barnett alongside Casey Patterson and Rich Lamborn on the sidelines. As Cannon and Kraft get a little bit of advice here, having won the 2nd set 15-12. You said it would be serving that they would utilize in the 2nd set to come back. That did matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it set the tone, right? It opened up some point runs, some confidence in transition. You know, then your opportunities feel like they're closer and closer. Then the side out feels easier. You know, it definitely catapults them into playing at their highest level.
So now it is a Dallas Dream that must be forced to respond. That hitting percentage has shrunk a bit down to 581 and has come up on the other side 472. But both teams serving consistently.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, great hitting percentages, both, you know, good amount of aces. Brooklyn with 3, Dallas with 2. You know, I think you build off that, you keep the momentum, you keep committing to serving tough and just siding out at a very high level and then letting everything else just kind of come to you.
The wave is going here in Oceanside. The ocean not far away. We had a beautiful sunset outside Frontwave Arena. Come and join us tomorrow. Another day of play here in week 6 of the AVP League. Be in Anaheim next week, followed by Dallas. And then it will be time for the AVP Championships happening up in Los Angeles. The nationwide tour beginning and ending in LA and Southern California, where it'll still feel and look like summer, even in November. All right, here we go. 3rd set. Harward gets us started. Cannon inside, Harward with the dig. No touch, chance to swing.
I love it.
Chipping long.
I could see it before she served. I just had this feeling like being in her position where she dug so many balls in the first 2 sets. And then transition, you know, putting those away was probably okay, but you could tell she was probably frustrated with that. And then that was like, okay, I'm coming in, I'm going to scoop and transition this. I feel like that's where she's focused right now.
A service. The Blaze applying the pressure. Let's go down to Richie.
Blaze coach Mike Playcheck here, and we haven't gotten to see you at all the stops, unfortunately, but you're here with the girls. What did you tell them going into this 3rd?
Play loose, have fun, which I think has been successful for them when they've been on the road, and keep mixing up serve location, speed, and let's watch this big point here. Sorry.
Big point. Coach is engaged. He's been yelling at them. That's why his voice is messed up.
Yeah. No, but that, and just enjoy the moment. Let Meg's playing here in front of her home crowd. I'm here in front of my crowd too, so just enjoy being out here and play hard.
All right, it's always better when you're having fun out there, right? Good to see you, Mike.
The coach's box. Players rely on their coaches for a lot of things. Scott Davenport on the other side. You've seen him in there with the Dallas Dream. That ball will have to be put over. You see Mike living and dying with each play as his side collects another.
Just not blinking the whole rally. Mike's such a good player too. He had such a rad offense where he ran a little bit more of a tempo ball and he would hit that 3/4 like extreme angle, and then he'd get you to commit and just snap line in deep middle. He was a tough player to play against. Really good defense. It's fun to have battles against him.
No one up for Deberg. That's a bad idea.
Great set by Hailey, getting that ball to just apex right towards the net. Reminds me of setting Ryan Doherty, the 7-1 legend. We just put him tight. Just go feast high middle.
I wonder if Doherty's still short in Tesla stock. That ball put away smoothly. Cannon is rising to the occasion here, and the Blaze continue to hold the lead in the third.
Yeah, she's keeping a good approach distance. Her hand contact's real smooth right now too. She's real confident.
Deberg again, this time with a block in front of her, but the same result.
Yeah, I would almost start playing defense against her, just almost as a blocker, just taking ball and reacting to her approach angle. Because she's getting it so high, you can't like block line and then decide to go angle late because she's going to beat you too high. I would almost just line up right in front of her and take what's given.
Deberg ace early and now an ace late. 4-4. Successful with that middle serve. Does she go to Cannon's left? Yes, she does. Nearly had it. Harward pops it up, and that one's going to land in the VIP.
Terese is feeling it. She is getting such good contact and positioning with her feet, good contact with her hand. Meg rolls her up. She's really flowing right now on offense.
You see Terese there attacking right-handed. She's actually a lefty, but plays volleyball right-handed.
Really?
A couple of sisters. We mentioned Marin earlier. Also Hannah. And that serves down.
Wow.
She repays the ace.
That is nasty. That's
Good look at it by our crew.
I would hate to pass that ball.
Well, you wouldn't. You'd get aced.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't even touch it.
Look at that. Just fall off the table. It looks like it was going to go out at first from that visual and then it just dips.
Dives, ducks, dodges.
There's something about how you contact the ball too for a float to do that. You kind of retract a little bit at the end and it dips a lot more.
Cannon this time caught in the DMZ. Kind of not at the net, not in defense.
Tough spot to be in when you just got an absolute tower hammering the ball. You get lost in the no man's land.
Cannon leans into it. Harward is there. Claps the sand off, puts it away. That's how you do it.
That's what she's looking for. You can tell, you can feel it in her energy. She's gotten so many chances. She gives her team so many opportunities with digs. It's just executing on putting those away. Such a good layout. Good little carve back to the line.
Harward stays to the line, 6-6. This third set, 15, win by 2. No cap.
I mean, I would try Meg at this point. Terese is...
She's in a rhythm, huh?
Yeah, Meg's setting so well, too, so they're both... Their responsibilities, they feel the most confident. I would absolutely switch it up.
Back to serve. Meg Kraft won the 2021 U19 World Championships with Delaney Maple. Remember when Maple and Kraft got in the main draw of an AVP event? That was a big deal. Deberg a couple times has had nobody up, and she wins again.
Yeah, you feel like you should pull because she's 12 feet off, and then she just snipes the 10-foot line with her wrist away.
A little handle butter, dug up the other way.
Oh, teardrop. Oh, the chicken. She was there too early. That's the worst. She should have just stayed with the chicken wing. She would have had it.
Overread it?
Yeah, she ran past it. She's like, I got it. And then oh, it's right on top of you.
Consultation with Mike Playcheck there, Meg Kraft.
Probably talking about going sitting in the angle for the wrist away. I would almost just serve a little bit more middle against Hailey. We'll just cross her left side from this spot where Terese is. Just create a little hesitation.
I know the glasses have been an interesting choice for everybody playing indoors here. Do you go with the rose-colored glasses? Do you go with maybe a hunter vibe? Do you go with nothing? What are you comfortable with?
Yeah.
That ball hits the back line. All right, let's check in with Rich Lamborn.
Okay, I'm down here now with Scott Davenport, coach extraordinaire. Take care of your side was what I just heard from you. What's the insight for your squad?
You say that many a times.
That's the only thing I know how to say, I think.
Exactly. I mean, they ratchet up their serving. They're serving a lot better, and, you know, it's getting us a little disrupted right now. So
if you just fight that off, you guys are in good shape?
Yeah, if we could do that. We just got to pop the ball up. We're not trying to pass perfect. We should be able to side out, but they're serving really well. So.
Okay, so fight off the service pressure. That's the main thing. All right, thanks, Scotty.
Both coaches trying to make some adjustments here. And Scott Davenport's going to get a chance to do a little more coaching as it is 10-7. The Blaze applying the pressure here in the third with the lead.
Yeah, I love Terese coming out, 2 points ago and hitting that that seam just off Hailey's left arm. That's exactly what I would have done. I remember we used to call that the Brazilian middle because all the Brazilian teams would do that to us, where it felt like it wasn't your ball, but it was because of where they lined up and then how they crossed it in front of you. And it was just such a tough ball to pass, and I feel like you can play with that on different distances now and speeds, but that one's one of the hardest balls to pass.
Case, you make a great point. I think oftentimes people are focused on where the ball goes on the other side, but you're talking a lot also about where the ball starts.
Yes, exactly. Where you line up before you serve and how it crosses the path if you're serving middle from all different directions. That's a big part of it too, and so it gives you a visual of maybe this is I own middle because she's just off to the left of me, but in reality, where that ball floats, it's just hard to read and commit to.
League play continues tomorrow. The Dream taking on the Launch. All of these must wins, and really with the Miami Mayhem splitting today takes on even more importance when they face off with the Blaze tomorrow. Everyone trying to get in that top four. There are 8 teams in the league. Get to be in top 4 if you want to play in the AVP League Championships.
Yeah, there's so many teams are just right next to each other in this middle ground of the rankings.
Yeah, so much is going to be decided over the next 2 weeks here. Big stuff block now. Doing it with service, doing it with block. And finally, this is the final chance for the Blaze to make an impact.
Great block. Nice low and over. I think she kind of gives us like, okay, I got one. Is that our first block from Terese this match?
To consult Doug Strauss, our stats man extraordinaire. It's the first one I can remember, Casey.
Could feel like with how she celebrated, she's like, okay, I'm here.
She only gets a touch there on 2, and it's 11-8, but they do have a commanding lead in the deciding set. Sean Cook, there he is in the black shirt this time, getting ready alongside Cody Caldwell. One of the most exciting teams on tour. They're ready to play to the crowd and hit some big bombs. Played in a final earlier this year in Huntington. Knuckled to the back line. So those are the little plays. I've seen him miss a lot. You'd like to see more of that result.
Yeah, right, because Hailey gives you so many chances, right? She's digging 90% of the balls that are hit over. She's affecting the game more than most. And so it's just executing on those. But also they served Megan. They went away from Terese. It's like that's what I would have done maybe a couple serves ago.
And they stay on Megan again. And the ball's wide. Casey Patterson doing his best Nostradamus here. And the Dream are back in it.
There's nothing like Megan. You know it's coming because you know they haven't tested you for a while. And you're like, it's coming. Okay, be ready. Just be ready. You know, and then they make a good play, and then the second one is like, you want that one back because it was the right choice to just barely out. The great timeout, get a reset mentally. Give me some nuggets, coach. Give me some confidence. Get back out and go side out.
All right, there's Scott Davenport coming in with the nuggets.
I had Scott for a while when I played with Theo in 2020, one of those 3 events in Long Beach. He actually helped me a lot because I switched to right side kind of fully at that point because Theo just liked being on the left a little bit more. He really helped me with my line of approach and like my #1 option from the right, just like from the left, is that deep angle, face angle, go deep, and then you kind of everything else is open from there. For me on the right, I always struggle with, do I go out wide? Do I stay inside? He really got me going where I just kind of have that hybrid angle, but then my first option is that deep seam, and then from there, if they move or they delay, I can go anywhere I want. And just incorporating that in practice a bunch helped me so much, so that I didn't feel as blind from the right that I did when I first switched over from the left.
All right, there are a couple of guys getting ready. They've been in the thick of it, the Olympians. Miles Partain on the right, Andy Benish, the taller there. Getting ready to take the sand next. Our final match of the night. Of course, 4 matches every night and afternoon of league play, as that ball is laced cross court. 12-10 hanging on.
Such a good serve by Hailey. That was a good little 14-footer on the sideline. I think she wanted her to go line, thinking that, you know, they'd stopped her twice in the angle.
All right, do they go after Deberg here?
I hit that seam again right in front of Hailey. Maybe a little short.
Kraft. Right on to Harward. Cannon. No. Yes. Right in between the Dream.
That's such a hard ball to pick up off the block, because you want to turn and go. You see your defender, you stop. Nobody says anything. I mean, I've done it where I didn't say anything, and Stafford Slick and I, who we talked to earlier, we absolutely collided heads.
It's a large mammal to headbutt.
With the goggles.
Right side, dug up by Kraft.
Nice scoop.
They need this one. They will not get it.
The crawler.
Deberg v. Cannon. Deberg again.
Great timing by Deberg in transition. That's so hard to wait. You get so anxious the longer the rally gets.
13-11 brings us to our Wilson play of the day. It's going to end up being a good stuff block here after the crawling dig from her partner. Sometimes you're just doing everything you can to get there.
Such a good late move.
And a side out put away brings us to match point. The Blaze in their final weekend of action, looking to start Saturday night with a win. Deberg right side. Kraft for the victory. Tight. Done.
So smooth. What good patience by Meg to sit in the pocket and then also not rush in on that attack. Just to wait.
So they drop the first set and they come back to win. It's what's known as a Baumgren field. They lose 15-12, then they win 15-12 and 15-11 on the strength of some excellent serving, and send the Dallas Dream down in defeat, despite some good blocking throughout by Kylie Deberg.
Yeah, I think that team, Kylie and Hailey, had so many opportunities. They gave themselves a lot of chances and affected the game in a positive way, even if they didn't score or transition.
Tell you what, if I was that Dallas Dream side, I would work on passing and also the little on-2 plays with Deberg at the net. She could be so good,
right,
with a little more refinement.
Yeah.
You see Mark Sherman in there. He's all set. He's with Terese and Meg.
Oh my gosh, I know it's bright in here. Yes, I gotta take these off. It's so bright. The Blaze just blazing strong. You guys were fantastic out there. Great comeback. In front of a crowd here in Oceanside that really got behind you here at your home game. Terese, you know this is basically a must-win match. So you go out there, you lose the first set, but you come back and you make it happen. What was that like going out there set 2, knowing like, hey, we literally have to win this?
Honestly, I don't think we were thinking about that as much, and more just trying to focus on one point at a time, because we're really good when we can stay disciplined and think about that sort of thing. But I mean, they played really well, and we love the crowd here. It's so fun to play in front of a crowd that is cheering for us, so thank you for that. It gave them a little more volleyball.
Yes. Absolutely. I love going 3. Absolutely. Megan, that last point was a good example of how athletic you are, how great of a player at the net you are. Kylie Deberg, a few inches taller than you, a little bit of a tight set. No offense. Hey, basically an overset. You got there quick. Tell the fans a little bit, what's going into that, knowing it's a tight set, how do you still make that work?
I think, yeah, Kylie is a great blocker and obviously jumps really well and has a good reach. So I was just trying to keep it high, and if she blocked it, try to cover it for Terese. But yeah, just trying to keep it high, swing high, but not get tentative.
And you got there first. You got there first, and you got it open over. Great win. You'll play again tomorrow. Any words of encouragement for your boys back there?
Have some fun. Put on a show.
They definitely do have some fun. The Brooklyn Blaze, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Megan and Terese.
Victorious over the Dallas Dream. The men will take it up next. Caldwell and Cook. They are one of the most entertaining teams on tour. Team Bombs Away coming up against the Olympians of the Dallas Dream. We'll be back with you shortly from Oceanside with more AVP League Volleyball Week 6, Saturday night. It's been a bit of a block fest at times.
Yeah.